Hello there, my name is Will and welcome along to another Best and Worst, where today I'm taking a look at the Istanbul Clap Stack. As always, I'll be taking it through a sound test before I look at my favourite features, who I think this cymbal is best suited for, and of course, its best and worst. So let's get into it and see how this thing sounds. The Istanbul Clap Stack was created with the idea of producing an acoustic version of the infamous 8-bit hand clap sample that's been used on countless records over the years. Think the 80s, think Whitney, I Want to Dance with Somebody. And they create this sound by stacking 3 uniquely shaped cymbals on top of each other. So you have a 15-inch cymbal at the base, a 13-inch cymbal in the middle, and an 11-inch cymbal on the top, all with that raw finish. And it was actually the drummer Trevor Lawrence Jr. who'd worked with artists such as Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Alicia Keys, who worked with Istanbul to come up with creating an acoustic reproduction of this 8-bit hand clap. It is truly a unique cymbal. I've been recording and gigging with this cymbal for a couple of years, and I have to say the amount of times I've played a gig and someone has come up to me and said, "What is that thing you're hitting?" It's a cymbal that encourages creativity, and I like that by putting it in different places on the kit will force me to think in different ways and think more creatively. It's also quite versatile as well, because you can use it as an alternative for the backbeat of the snare drum and grooves, but you could also use it as an alternative for what your right hand is playing. So instead of playing the hi-hat, you can play the clap stack, and it helps to create catchy and more textured grooves, which is great if you're someone that's creating drum beats for perhaps a producer, or even just creating drum beats in your band as well. And of course, it's an electronic sound that we don't have to plug in. It's a cymbal for the composing drummer, so whether that's in a band or perhaps you create drum beats for other artists, what's great is that it works across loads of different genres. So you can use it in hip hop or in R&B, but you could also use it in pop music, or if you're like me, perhaps in your indie band. It's a cymbal for creatives as well. If you look at the drummers that are playing this cymbal, they're people like Carter McLean, Aaron Sterling, Matthew Fraser of the Local Natives. They're all drummers I associate with being innovative and creative on the drum kit. It's also going to be useful for the function drummer who perhaps doesn't get on with technology. If your drummer doesn't want to have to plug everything in and the majority of cover songs you're playing are just using a clap sound, then go for this. Clap stack. You put it on the stand, hit it with a stick, you get a clap. Done. See you later. 2 pints of beer, please. However, this is quite an expensive cymbal, so if you're going to buy one of these, I'd do so with the intention of looking to be more creative and exploring different ideas in your playing. If you're just looking for a different sound to hit at the end of the bar on the and of 4, there are way cheaper ways of doing that. Best and worst. What's the best thing about this cymbal and what's the worst thing? Let's start with the worst, because I only really have a few small niggles. On the product description of the clap stack from Istanbul, it does say that you can adjust the decay of the cymbal by the loosening and fastening of the drum felts. However, whilst that does create more decay, it also means that the cymbal moves and wobbles around way more. And there's definitely a sweet spot to hitting this cymbal, which means that sometimes you're going to have an inconsistent sound the looser you have the clap stack. Also, if you're someone who packs their cymbals in a hard case, This will perhaps be slightly challenging when you're packing the Istanbul Clap Stack amongst other cymbals because of its unique shape. If you're using a soft case, it's absolutely fine, but if you do use a hard case, it's something to consider. The best thing about the Clap Stack is that it breeds creativity. It's going to challenge you to think differently, it's going to challenge you to play differently. And for me, any kind of drum gear that makes my drumming more creative and more challenging is the best kind of drum gear there is. So I hope from watching this video, you've got a better idea of how the Clap Stack sounds and whether it's the right cymbal for you. If you have enjoyed this video, please go ahead and press that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. Until next time, my name's Will, and I'll see you again soon.